guys, just thought I'd make a little video about the worst things about living up here in the Cape, because seeing as all the other videos are about how good it is up here and paradise and all the rest of it, I thought you'd all might like to see the worst side of it. So first off, for me, the worst thing about living up here is the bugs at night. So we live in that little sea container there with the extension on the front. It's not totally bug proof, so when we're lying in bed at night watching a movie on the laptop, we get all these little bugs joining us in bed as well. So it's not much fun, but you know, you do get used to it. So that is the worst thing for me. Second worst thing would be the horse flies during the day. They fucking bite your legs, mate. They're bastards. So AirGuard helps with that, but we go through a shitload of that. Third worst thing about living up in the Cape for me right now is the fact that Ruby's missing. Ruby has gone for repairs, as most of you know already, and I don't know how long we're going to be without her. So right now we're pretty much just stuck here on the property. There's not much to do. We've got a few little jobs we can do here and there, but yeah, our days are basically just spent playing board games or playing cards or talking to each other, which is really horrible, and watching movies. I've got use of a motorbike, so I ride the bike into town and go and do some grocery shopping and whatever. And that's it. They are the worst things about living up here in the Cape. Everything else is fucking fantastic. But we'll go and ask Jess in a minute what her worst things are, so prepare to sit down and settle in for about half an hour, because she's got a long list, I'm sure.
Worst thing, when I have good hair days, no one's there to appreciate them. Some of the worst things, the one that annoys me the most is the bugs in bed. So the moment we go into bed, there's probably already bugs in there, and they're not just like little tiny moth ones that you can just like grab and they'll go away or whatever. It's like little beetles, and like they're, you know, just bugs that you don't want on you. And then you can get like, well, I just had a spider in the bed. It looked like it was like nuclear. It was like it was like neon. Go away. It was like neon green. Like what? Why? So that's a big problem, the bugs. It's a huge problem. You got the march flies during the day, and then we have to make sure that we're finished with cooking and everything before nighttime, because if we need to put that light on, just there's bugs galore just up in that light. And if we have this light on, then go into our room and turn on our light, and then there's bugs there. But then even if we don't have the light on in our room, the bugs are there, because then we have the laptop on, or we have our phone on, and then it tracks the bugs anyway. And then there's lizards. There's sometimes little gecko, little skink, little lizards in our room. Don't like that. They're nice out here, that's fine, but that area is my territory. Like, I just know that one day one of them are gonna jump on me in bed, and that's it for me. Like, I'm walking out of here. I can't drive because Ruby's gone, which is another bad thing. You know, it sucks really bad that we don't have the car, obviously. Especially when we could go out and adventure and stuff. Another worst thing is it takes more than a day for my hair to dry. That's annoying. Usually at home, if I wash my hair before 3 o'clock, it will be dry before bed. But now it's like I wash my hair at 9 and it's still damp when I go to sleep. It's sweaty here. My leg hair grows quicker. I don't know, like, why? My hair has gotten longer, which is nice, but it makes it hot. I have to do all my cooking outside, which is annoying because of the bugs. I don't like cooking outside unless like we're properly camping. Because I like to have my space and I don't like the bugs around. I have to always cover everything and all that sort of jazz. And I miss having an oven. I just want to make like a nice, you know, oven cooked meal. Or even just the slow cooker. I miss having that, but it's summer. And now the worst thing is like the vegetables and like the salads and all that up here aren't like the best. So it's not like we can eat salads every day, which I usually would be doing in summer. Now the worst thing, it takes forever for our clothes to dry, even on good days, because it's humid, and then everything starts smelling, and it's frustrating. All of our clothes have a smell to it. Is that enough? There's mold, which we knew was going to be a problem, but it's not that much of a problem anymore.
If you've got more, give them more.
We can't just have the luxury of going out and entertaining ourselves with things that we usually would. There's no cinema here. There's not even a proper grocery store. There's nothing really. You really have to be a fan of the outdoors if you want to live up here, and I'm glad I even have just half the amount of loving it outdoors, because like that's the only entertainment you have. Yeah, I would never take advantage of that luxury of having, you know, friends and family living so close, and having a grocery store that I could walk down to and have everything there, and all fresh produce and countless amounts of meats and all that sort of stuff. Fresh bread is even a luxury that you guys are having. Cheap alcohol. You already know how much my alcohol costs, so just, yeah, it's not all good here, but it does have the good things are really good. Like, the bad things are really bad, the good things are really good. And yeah, makes you really be appreciative of having a bug-free bed and clean clothes and a movie theatre so close, and friends and family so close, and having range so you can talk to your friends and family whenever you want, wherever you go. Yeah. And I also hate the snakes. I keep spotting them. And probably the worst thing is the fact that all these beaches are so beautiful and you can't even walk in that. You can't just swim in. Well, you don't walk into them. You do, but you just, there's crocodiles, but you can't see any crocodiles. But if you risk it, you know, you're gonna want it to be like a really, you know what I mean? There's crocodiles in the beautiful water. That sucks the most, besides the bug thing and the hair thing and the cooking outside thing all the time. And the sand in the room gets crazy, and I think I'm done complaining.
Okay.
Yeah. And that wasn't half an hour. It was 6.5 minutes. But yeah, but we love it up here.
Well, I do. Obviously she doesn't. I'm having a ball.
It's
I'm
tolerable.
I'm not working. That's the thing. I'm not at work. Hey.
I haven't had a mental breakdown, so obviously something's going right. And also I introduced a new card game to Daryl, and he keeps beating me every time, so that's a bit of a piss off. But he was cheating halfway through anyway, so.
Wasn't cheating.
You did. You were putting 10 points for number 10. It was 5 points.
Yeah, it was a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding.
There you go.
I love you.
So there you go. That's our video on the worst things about living up here in the Cape, which I don't think is that bad. I'm having a ball. Jess isn't really that. She's having a ball too. She likes it, but she does miss her family and the little luxuries and that. But saying that, this is only our first month, or well, we've been up here a month and a half now, 6 weeks. We've still got 4 months to go, so interesting times ahead. We'll keep you informed.